What time is it? It's Paisley Hoot time. Listen, if you are wondering if I swallowed a frog, if a frog has taken over my voice box, all of these things are true. I'm actually not in any pain. It's just like something we caught. So here I am, but I have a free night. I'm going to film with my friend's collection. So let's get into it. If this happens to be your first time on my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film Tangirl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often. Highly recommend subscribing to the channel, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm so excited. My friend Angie sent over her latest collection from Singe Beauty, and I want to do an eye look. I want to show you guys swatches. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the items. Okay, I like to save the best for last, so we'll talk about the eyeshadow palette at the end, but first let's talk about the little bag here. So this is the Evocative bag, and I think it's essentially just like a makeup bag that would be great for your lip liners or makeup brushes. It happens to have a strap, which is kind of a fun added bonus. So if you are a subscriber of Tiny Purses, this might be perfect for you. I personally like to carry around everything and the kitchen sink, but I could definitely see myself using this for travel, and it has the Evocative logo on here, and it's fun to see Angie do new things like that. So that is the bag, and that retails for $22. Now, Angie does not have affiliate codes on her website, but you can use affiliate links to shop, and she's also on YouTube Shop. So if you want to use any of my links to shop, it really does help me out. And then the next item, which I'm so excited about, are her new Evocative Lip Liners. So through PR, I got to pick 3 shades, and I didn't think to just ask for the rest of them and pay the difference. So I decided, let me start with 3 shades, and I feel like I did a good job picking the 3 shades that were meant for mid-tone. So I grabbed Jazzy Juniper, Messy Mahogany, and Radical Rosewood. And these all say they're made in the PRC, and net weight is 1.2 grams or 0.042 ounces. Each of these retail for $12, which is quite affordable. And then you can do a bundle for $32. So you can bundle 3 shades together. I did swatch them on the back of my hand, but I kind of want to swatch them on my lips. So let's start off. Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to do Radical Rosewood because I'm very curious about this shade. I want to end this video with Jazzy Juniper, so we're going to swatch all 3 at some point here. So these are a pencil liner, and the shade is on the top here, so you can kind of tell the difference. So Angie described this as a muted red, and on me it looks very muted. It almost looks like a nude shade on me. Formula feels a little bit sticky, and it is a little bit less glidey than I'm used to with lip liners. But I know that Angie is a super fan of lip liners, and so this is something that I'm pretty sure is going to hold up really well on my lips. So this is the shade Radical Rosewood, and I'm going to keep this on, and we're going to talk about the eyeshadow palette next. Okay, so here she is, the beautiful Singe Beauty Paisley Hoot palette. I remember Angie describing this packaging to me, and it is so beautiful in person. And then we have the gorgeous neutral palette right here. I had definitely seen prototypes of this, but it's so fun to have the finished palette in my hands. So let's go ahead and get into close-ups and swatches so I can tell you a little bit about this palette. This palette is 70s inspired spicy neutrals designed by bringing warmth and depth and dimension to your looks, featuring 9 highly pigmented blendable mattes, 5 sparkly metallics, and 1 sparkly wet looking topper, and 1 multichrome eyeshadow. The net weight is 20 grams or 0.71 ounces. This is vegan and cruelty-free with a shelf life of 24 months. She's got all the ingredients listed on the back of the palette as well as on the website. It is made in the PRC and distributed by Singe Beauty. It's also cruelty-free and recyclable. So I really think this palette is so cute. And if you were intimidated by her first 2 color stories, then Paisley Hoot might be the one for you to try out. So the first shade is Shag Rug, which is a white matte shade. Disco is a white gold shade. It's a shimmer. Velvet is a mustard color, and it's perfect for the 70s. Jumpsuit is a shimmery gold. We have Rattan, which is a mid-tone brown shade. Groovy is a duochrome that shifts from gold to green. Corduroy is a warm orange brown. Earthy is a terracotta brown. Funky is a really sparkly shade that has a lot of pink shimmer to it. Tie-dye is a rose gold. Chevron is a cool tone army green shimmer. Paisley is a army green matte. We've got Bell Bottom, which is a interesting like muted green. It's almost like a gray green. Platforms is a sage green. Glam Rock is a bronze coppery shade. And then Boogie is the darkest shade in the palette. Deep, deep brown. I think it leans a little bit more warm, but it's a very deep brown, very chocolatey shade. So it looks nice and rich for deepening up any look or as an eyeliner on the waterline, or you can create a beautiful cat eye. So yeah, I'm feeling very inspired to play with this palette. And now that you've seen all the swatches, let's get into it. Okay, before I get into the eye look, it's time for a lip liner change. So I'm going to apply Messy Mahogany. So the longevity of these lip liners are pretty awesome. As you can see, I had to scrub a little bit to get the Radical Rosewood shade off. So that's something to keep in mind. It's going to stay put. So this shade is really pretty. It definitely needs a lip gloss because my lips are so dry all of a sudden. And being sick isn't helping. So I just popped on this Fui lip gloss. And I think the shade works really well with Messy Mahogany. So that is super cute. But now I'm going to zoom you guys in so I can do an eye look. Okay, I'm really feeling all the warm tones in this palette, but I was very inspired by swatching this little quad right here, specifically these three shades. I feel like they would make the prettiest, like, gloomy green eye look, definitely more cool tone than what I usually like to do with my greens, but I thought that might be a fun thing, so let me go ahead and start off and we'll see how it goes. So I'm actually going to start off with the shade Boogie, which I sometimes like to do. Sometimes I start with the lighter color, but I feel like Boogie was just meant to be right here. Just like pouncing that on and also trying to just kind of build it up. It's so pigmented and gorgeous. I'll blend it out with the shade called Paisley right here. Okay, Paisley's pretty deep too. Okay, we might have to use platform a little bit too to kind of help lighten this up. I don't want it to turn into a really deep look. Okay, I'm gonna go into platform. Don't mind my husband if you hear him in the background. He's playing video games with a friend. The kids are asleep. We usually have about a 3-hour window before inevitably one of them wakes up and wants to get in our bed. So we try and take advantage of our time before that happens. Real life, you guys, I swear. It's so wild. The things you like don't even realize until it happens. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that looks so cute. It's definitely a lot deeper than I thought, but I don't mind it. I think I'm going to use the white in the inner corner just to like brighten it up. You guys know I've been really into a bright inner corner because I think it looks so beautiful and Angie. And so I've been copying her, but I'm going to wait. So I'm going to go into the shade Chevron, which is this beautiful, like, cool tone, sagey green. Picking it up on a shader brush from Sigma. And look at that sparkle. Oh my gosh. Angie, stop. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Tell me that doesn't look like I just put on a high-end eyeshadow quad from like Tom Ford. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I love it. I'm like a little bit stunned. Okay, let me line the waterline quick so we can finish up this look. Shout out to What's Up Beauty. They sent me their eyeliners and you guys know how much I love a brown eyeliner, so I decided to use it in my waterline today. Okay, I'm taking this clean brush and I'm going to go into the shade called Shag Rug, which is the white. I'm going to give it a little spray. I thought a yellow in the inner corner would be fun too, but I just did that with the DD palette, so I'm just going to copy Angie and do white because it always just looks so beautiful on her, and I feel like this shade will blend so nicely with my crease color, which I wanted to kind of lighten up a little bit anyway. So I'm just gonna sit here and build it up. Angie, I'm so sorry, I'm sick, so I'm a little delirious, but I'm gonna go into Paisley with a clean pencil brush, and I'm just gonna run that on the lower lash line. And I'm just blending it up into the outer corner, of course. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I can't get over that shimmer. I swatched all these shades before I started this video, but that shimmer, I could not have expected it to do that. Like, it just was so pigmented and it just went on so stunningly on the lid. I am so shooketh. Okay, I think the eye look is done. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out this lip to Jazzy Juniper, which is the shade I've been most excited for. I've unofficially declared it the lip liner for the Swifties because if you have been paying attention, orange is the shade of this era, and we're gonna honor that today here on my channel. I'm so ready for this. This color is so cute. I am so here for it. I need to find a gloss to put on top of this, but I'm going to put up a picture of Taylor Swift in her orange lip product and tell me this doesn't look like it, okay? We're going to fight in the comments if you disagree with me, but I'm going to need like 12 of these. I love it so much. I remember talking to Angie and being like, oh my God, Jazzy Juniper is going to be my bitch. And she was like, I definitely made that shade because I wanted an orange lip liner. I'm not sure if it's going to be the best-selling lip liner, but I totally get it now. I totally get it because this is so cute. I love this so much. It's such a fun lip color for fall or for the summertime if you like just like a pop of color on your lips. So this is cute. I'm going to finish up this makeup look, throw on some mascara, do all the things, zhuzh myself up, and I'll be right back. Okay, friends, here is the finished look. What do we think? Definitely let me know down below which of the lip liners that I have with me is your favorite shade. I would love to hear your feedback. I'm a little biased, but I love me some Jazzy Juniper. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about what else is on my face today. So let me show you my blush and highlighter combo first. This is from Singe as well. I had to use her evocative blushes. So I'm wearing Risky Raisin and Timid Tomato. These together make a beautiful terracotta reddish shade on my face. So love that for me with this combo. Wearing my YSL highlighter, and then for bronzer, same old, just my Hung Wango powder bronzer and my Chanel cream bronzer. I've been really into that combo. And then for my foundation and concealer, I'm wearing the Armani Skin Tint. This is in the shade T1. And for my concealer today, I'm wearing the LYS concealer in the shade TN3. For my lip gloss, I actually pulled out a fun one. This is from Fantasy Cosmetica. This is a lip oil from their Warlock collection. I'll try and find it and link it down below for you guys in case you're interested because this is a very unique shade. That's everything that I used today to create this look. I had to grab all three just because they all look so cute and beautiful together, and I figured I might as well show you guys comparisons in case you are curious. I just feel like this palette is going to pair so well with the other palettes in her collection already. So here is Paisley Hoot next to Galactic Visitor, just for funsies. And here it is next to Agate Temptation. Agate Temptation definitely looks a lot more warm next to the Paisley Hoot palette. Paisley Hoot definitely looks more like a neutral palette next to this one. So if you're going to ask me which one of the three to get, I would say get all three because they're all fabulous and you know Angie's going to nail it. As far as this bag goes, I think this is so cute and I can't wait to use this for travel. I'm going to put my Singe brushes in here. The lip liners are so fun. I love the shades that Angie chose. I definitely hope to see more shades in the future. I will say this lip liner formula is very different to what I'm used to when it comes to lip liners. But I think this is a good thing because these feel a lot crippier. So I'm guessing if you really need a lip liner, because some people actually use lip liner to line their lips. I don't usually have an issue with bleeding, but I'm sure with time as I age, I will need a lip liner that's actually going to help keep my lip products in place. And I think this will be the solution to that. So these feel nice and sticky and very substantial on the lips. And then last but certainly not least is the Paisley Hoot palette from Singe. I am so in love with this. Yes, I'm biased because Angie is one of my best friends, but oh my gosh, that shade blew me away. I can't wait to dig into the rest of these shimmers. I'm definitely going to do more looks with this. And I know this palette is going to be so handy for me because it's such a great everyday color story. And it's going to be such a workhorse palette in anyone's collection. Overall, I can't really think of any cons to this palette. I mean, unless you really hate neutrals, I guess then that's probably a reason not to buy it. But overall, the color story is beautiful. There's light shades, there's deepening up shades, there's a beautiful array of shimmers. You can do neutral looks, you can do bold, smoky looks. So there's something in here for everyone, in my opinion. And I'm so happy to have this. So I'm going to link everything that I mentioned in this video down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know, there's 3 Singe beauty palettes so far. Which color story is your favorite? I'm nosy. I'm dying to know the answer. I don't know which one's my favorite. I think right now, probably Paisley Hoot because I just played with it and it's so beautiful. I can't wait to explore the color story even more. I hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this. Please hype this video and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, friends.